Hello and welcome to a little video about Trello. So what I want to do today is I want to show you how I use it. The reason I use Trello is because it's extremely popular. It fits with loads of things, dead easy to use and very visual. So as you can see, I've got quite a few boards and yeah, it's a great tool. It's really special for anyone organizing things. A friend of mine even organized his wedding with it. So let's get right into it. One of the first things I want to do is pick somewhere where I've actually got some boards left. I'm still able to use the free account with this one, so I'm quite lucky. So I've got one here, so I'm just going to click on create new board. On here, I'm just going to do, let's do Kanban test. And Kanban, system developed by Toshiba, not Toshiba, the car company. Anyway, something to do with cars. And hold on, who invented Kanban? Taichi Ono, and he was at Toyota. There we go. So at Toyota, this is a Kanban, and I can choose some different colors and different pictures and things like that. I'm getting a bit fed up of being indoors, so I'm going to go for this lovely lake. There we go. All right, so let's click on create. So now what we've got is something that multiple people can use. Multiple people can use it together. If we wanted to invite people, just click on invite, and we can invite them by email, or we can do create link. This is very useful if you don't have someone's email on hand. All right, so like I said, this is going to be the way I use it. You're welcome to change it how you want to do it. So the Kanban system is originally just some columns. So if I go to do, like that, and then I'm going to do in progress. Now I'm doing, the reason I'm doing capitals is just because it makes it easier to see. All right, so in progress and then done, right? So that's the basic Kanban. Now that's all great, but I think it can be better. All right, so the thing is sometimes your to-do, you want to sort of prioritize that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to do start soon. And this is going to be a column where you put all of your things to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over, and I'm just going to put it just after there. So what I can do is I can kind of like put things, get ready to start, and then start in progress. All right. Okay, we've got done. Now let's say, for example, you are working with a team and there's a number of you, and maybe you need to send it to your boss or to your business partner or whatever. So again, I'm going to add another one here called to check. So again, this is something I like to do, especially if you're a web designer. This is great for getting feedback from your clients and things like that. All right, so again, moving over. So we've got to do, start soon, to check, in progress, and done. And I can move these things around. Very easy. All right, good. So the next thing we want to do is we want to start filling out some things to do. Okay, so one of the things I need to do is find out why my sunglasses have no glass. There we go. So as you can see, that's a very important thing I need to think about. And I'm going to press enter. And that is a beautiful thing because I can just go bang, and start adding some more. So one of the things I need to do is save video about Trello and post it. So things like that. Now to do that, there's a couple of stages, and maybe there's some images that I want to do or something like that. So let's show you now. We're going to go inside a card. So I'm just going to click, and there we go. So let's look from top to bottom, left to right. So top to bottom, we've got the title. I can just click and start to edit that. Very useful. Gives me the ability to change where it is. I can even move it to a whole new board. All right, so there's a lot of really cool things I can do straight away. The description, now I kind of like this one because it's just text. You can't add lots of pictures and things like that. It's very simple, so you can just put in some text in here. So again, I'm just going to kind of tell myself what I need to do. So we're just going to do save on Camtasia, and publish around. All right, now that's very simple, but it's just a little bit of text. I wonder if it could be better. Well, it can. And that's where we can move over to the right-hand side, and we've got some really cool things here. Now, we're going to talk about examples of using this rather than just saying what it does. So members is ideal when you're working together with someone on a project. So as soon as you add them to a card, they get an email. That is super useful because then they know that they're on that card with you and they can support you and help you and contribute to that task. Next thing we have is labels, key. All right. So for example, one of the things I might want to do is I'm going to do red here and I'm just going to do important yet fun. I always like to do that just to trick myself. All right. So I'm just going to click on save. Okay. And then I can click on it to add it or different ones like that. Okay. I could even put in, let's say, for example, WCB like that for the green one. And then do save. So I know that that's for WCB, and then you might have other companies or other things that you're working on, and yeah, you can sort of label it out however you want. The nice thing is it's very visual when you're looking at a nice list. Next thing we have is a checklist, and this is useful for this one. Okay, so checklist here, click on add, and then it starts it here, and again it's just this idea of pressing enter to allow you to move it down. So I'm going to say, right, so we're going to save a video. Edit out the stupid parts. There always will be some, especially with me. Add the title and ending. Normalize the sound. Save for YouTube, for example, and send out to people. Exactly like that. So I can actually start to click this. That's the sound effects. And you can see that this is 67% done. And yeah, very, very, very useful. Due date, I'm going to say tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll just say save on that one. So again, I can put my due date. I can set a reminder. Again, super useful. All right. Just to help if you're working with other people. All right. You can also, this is a little thing, you'll see a power up. Great example of how Trello can then connect with other things. So what it will do is it'll add something into a calendar. If you're a sales team, very useful because you can actually remind yourself as you're moving someone through maybe a sales funnel to give them a call a week before or a day before, whatever. Next one we have is attachments. This is my favorite thing. So let's say, for example, I do web courses Bangkok. I'm just going to go to images. I'm just going to grab this image here, right? This is one of my favorite images of our school. I'm just going to save that. Let's put it on the desktop for now. Now, all I'm going to do is you'll see it down here, bottom left-hand corner. I'm using Chrome. I'm just going to drag that and then, ooh, hello. Drop files to upload and just let go. And a couple of things are going to happen. Because this is a picture, it's going to add it to the title here, which is really, really nice. I can also do it with, let's say, for example, yeah, let's just do like an ebook or something like that. Grab, or I can do it with a font, I can do it with a picture, I can do it with a video. Anything you want, you can add into here. And I do mean anything. It's very, very useful. One of the power-ups I love to always add is Google Drive, because that's the one that we use a lot. Helps if you can spell Google. So you just click on install. Again, you've got things like Hangouts and stuff like that. It's got a lot of very, very cool stuff. I think Zoho is on here as well, so that can help you with stuff. So there's Zoho there, Zoho Desk. Very, very useful. All right, good. So that's the power-ups. And then you've got things like move, copy, make a template. That's super useful if you're doing things like projects or any sort of repetitive tasks that you think is pretty easy. Yeah, and then you've got things like archive and good old-fashioned share. So as you can see, I can see what's going on, all of the stuff that I've been doing. I've got a lovely checklist, attachments, I've got a description of what I need to do, and I'm done. So I just click away. Now the idea is this is something to do. Now I'm actually doing this right now, so I'm going to skip start soon because I'm already starting it, and I am to check that's not in the right place. This is again how easy it is. I just go shadoomp, move that over, happy days. And the thing is what happens is when you leave it in like a certain place for a little while, it will actually send another email out to anybody who is watching here, or anybody who's added as a member, which is cool. Right, there you go. So then what you do is you carry on moving this over to check, and then finally over to done. If you ever want to delete one, you just right click and you archive. You don't delete cards or lists. You can actually do it as list as well. You can do it here. You can archive the list as well. You don't delete them, you archive them first and then you delete them. It's the one slightly confusing thing with Trello. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is how I'm just going to move this back because I'm in progress. That's how I use the Kanban method for Trello. And yeah, join us again for more productivity tips through Web Courses Bangkok.